Right webcam, aren't we? Hello!
Yeah, I think so.
We're live, I think. Hi.
Try not to just look down.
Hi! We've never done this before, so please let us know if you can see us, if you can hear us, if the volume's okay.
I don't know if that means how loud our mic is,
Yeah.
but it's not very.
It looks quiet. Is that okay? Is the music okay?
That might be quiet.
Hello?
Hello? Can you hear us?
Hello? Oh shit. I've already swore. No, it's okay. Put the aerial outside.
Yeah. It's alright though, on 5
Are you
bars,
sure?
it should be fine, yeah. I can count the pixels.
Oh no! Yeah, go and put it outside.
Alright. 1 sec. Send that.
2 seconds! Hi, Pastor, how are you doing? Is the volume of the music okay, or is it too loud? Hello, we're just sorting out the aerial, which means that the signal should be a little bit better, hopefully. Is that better? Volume is good?
Volume is good.
Okay, that's good. Now it's just whether you can see us. Also, Blubber, I made you a mod. I hope that's okay. Music maybe go down a little bit. Thank you, Pastor. But welcome. How is everyone doing?
I'm just checking it on my phone.
This is our first ever live stream, so for the first 10 minutes, it's probably going to be a bit manic.
So you can see us, you can hear us, everything's good.
That should be better now. It was always going to be one thing that we were going to forget, and it was putting the aerial outside, which makes the signal so much better. We've got our pumpkins ready. Rufus is here too. Are you going to say hi, Rufus? Oh, say hi. How is everyone doing? Welcome. It's so strange streaming on YouTube.
It's so different.
It's so different, yeah. So quality looks better now. Okay, good.
Okay, cool.
Awesome. Yeah, that's true. If we had not a very good signal, it would have been very fitting for how it's been recently.
Yeah.
It's been pretty good recently, to be fair. Just we found one spot, haven't we, that wasn't good signal.
Yeah. Like here, you can get about 110 megabits down and about 30 up.
Which is way better than we had in the house.
Yeah, it's about twice as fast as we used to have it in our house.
But hello. Oops. Today, we're going to be carving pumpkins, but mainly just having a chit-chat. It's our first ever YouTube live, so we're going to see how it goes. And if anyone has any questions about us, about Rufus, about the pets, about the pumpkins, and mainly probably about boat life, then pop them in the comments and we will answer them.
Yeah. Should we just get going?
I guess.
I have no idea what I'm going to try and carve. I am by no means a carving expert.
You're so arty, though. I might just go classic.
Sculpting and carving, though, is not my forte.
I don't know why the quality would be worse than the streams on Twitch.
Because you can't control the bit rate.
Oh.
Are you unbalanced?
No. Yes.
Hi,
Harry. Welcome in.
Hello.
Is that South Carolina? Give me 1 second. We're hopefully going to increase the signal a little bit as well. Oh, no, it is unbalanced.
Okay, that's
good.
You remember my last one? Was that when I just did the 2 tiny eyes and the
tiny eyes?
And then Amy got really mad at me because it took me about 5 minutes.
How's everyone doing today? What's everyone been up to?
By the way, if we keep looking down, it's because that's where the chat is for us. So we'll try to keep looking up, but if we're just like this, then that's why.
Camera's here, chat's here. Oh, South Carolina, nice. Have we been to North Carolina? We've been to North Carolina, Harry.
North Carolina was lovely, if that means,
very nice.
if that means anything.
Okay. I might just go classic pumpkin triangle.
Eyes, triangle mouth.
Keep it simple. I don't want to Don't want to be too brave here.
Oh, cup of tea.
What time is it over there for you then, Harry? Be like midday, right?
About 5 hours behind us, so maybe around 1 o'clock.
I might try and do a smiley guy.
Yeah.
A smiley pumpkins. That might be hard, actually.
Oh.
This is what I'm gonna go.
Look at that. Look at that symmetry.
Go on. You go.
I have no idea what I'm gonna try and do.
Hi, Shani. How are you?
Hey, Shani.
Welcome.
This is weird.
Does everything look okay? I keep checking. Oh, it's 1 p.m. there, Harry. That's cool.
Nice.
It's currently 6 p.m. for us, as you know. How are you, Shani? Today we went to Waterworld. Hi, Mon. Welcome in, Mon. How are you? Today we went to Waterworld, a theme park, and we thought that we would have way more time than we did. I don't know if we're going to get in trouble on YouTube for having a knife. It's a pumpkin carving implement. We'll see.
It should be all right.
It should be okay. We'll just do
it's
this.
the same as if you did like a cooking stream, right?
But today...
You're slightly more aggressive than you would be cooking.
Today we went to Waterworld. It was really good. We forgot that it was half term, though. And it was very, very busy. It
was so busy. It was
just
packed full of children. We were the only people without children, so that was kind of weird.
No, we saw like two other couples. Hi, Mike. Welcome in. Welcome from
Massachusetts. Nice.
I can't say
I have no idea what time it is there. I don't even know where in America that is.
I have no idea. Welcome. That's cool. Maybe let us know.
How many slides
today?
It probably had about maybe 10 to 12, something like that.
Yeah, it had one of the ones where you go really fast like that. But it was closed. And then there was like,
thankfully, I don't like them.
There was some of like the dinghy rides where you go on like the inflatable things. That was cool. But we ended up going on about 4 because of the queues were so big. And wonderful watching whilst nomming. Oof. Nice. What you got, man? What you got? Northeast USA.
Oh, cool.
That's cool, Mike. Well, welcome in from... I nearly dropped my pumpkin already. Welcome in from England. It's been a very rainy day today in England. Dreary old England.
Have visited America before. A few years ago, we went to Washington, North Carolina, and
New York. Yeah, it was really good.
And they were all amazing for like very different reasons. I think we got a good spread of like different types of places.
Chinese food, jealous. We actually haven't eaten properly today because we were too busy swimming.
Yeah, we had a bit of a lie-in because we were really tired, and that meant that we had to rush to the water park. And then by the time we finished the water park, we realized that we were supposed to go live in about like 20 minutes or something. So we ran
like,
back.
Oh no, quickly.
So we are quite hungry, but it's all good.
We were just at Develop and felt bad for people staying in the hotel for half term because the bar was full and loud with conference people. That's the worst.
Oh, nice.
You know, when you go somewhere and then like there's a big event happening and you're like, what is happening? I have no idea. How was Develop though? Was it good? I haven't been on Twitter for a few days, so I haven't seen any updates, but I hope it was good, Pastor. I hope you had a good time. Also, welcome in to those that are just joining us. We are carving pumpkins, having a little chit chat. It's our first ever YouTube live, so be nice. Bear with. But if anyone has any questions about us, about boat life, about the pets, here's Rufus, or just what our favourite food is, then pop them in the chat and we can answer them for you.
I feel like I'm doing this really aggressively.
My wife Linda and I will be taking a hire boat holiday in April near Rugby. We're very excited.
Nice.
Oh, that's amazing, Mike. Is that in England, right?
Yeah. Rugby is actually towards where we're heading as well. It's around Nottingham area.
Oh, cool.
It's quite close to Chesterfield.
Oh, that'll be amazing, Mike. We started with a hire boat. We absolutely loved it. We hired one. And April's a good time as well because it won't be super busy in the summer, but hopefully the weather will be a little bit nicer. But yeah, we absolutely loved our high boat holiday.
Yeah,
it
we
taught
had
us so
one.
much.
We had one near Milton Keynes, and it was on a little 45-foot boat, and it was called Foxglove, I think. So at some point when we go down near that area, we'll check out that rental place and see if we can see basically where it all started.
Because we already kind of had the idea that we wanted to go buy a boat when we hired it. So we mainly hired it to like do a trial run to see if we liked it. And we did. Oh, Oxford, yes. Oxford is, we've not been on there yet, but it looks like a beautiful canal. Like, I can't wait to visit the Oxford Canal. I'm sure we'll have a great time. Like, how long do you have the boat for? Development was good. The atmosphere was really nice. Everyone was just happy to be there. So many reunions, yes.
Oh, yeah, I bet. Because I bet a lot of people haven't seen many faces live for some time. So I bet that was nice to network again.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad you had a good time. It was like one of the first like industry events, right? What are you doing? You haven't showed your design yet.
It's because I'm embarrassed.
Show your design.
I'm going to attempt. Don't judge it yet because it doesn't look like anything. I'm going to try and do the little duck, the boat time duck.
Oh, our logo.
I need the peeler. One sec.
You're going fancy with the peeler. I've just gone basic smiley face. Triangle. Oh.
Did we get rid of it?
Yeah, I think so. We'll be there for 4 days. That's great, Mike. That's so good. Are you doing anything else while you're over in England?
Can't find it. I think we sold it.
Hi, Lynette. Welcome in. Hello. Lynette here, sending a big wave and shouting a big hello. Hi, Lynette. Welcome in. Hello. I hope you're well. How are you today? Lovely to see you. Rufus says hi. Say hi to everyone. Hello.
Rupee is tucked away on the crotch, though. So he's all the way down there.
Hi, Jess. How are you
Jess.
doing? Welcome. How are you, Jess? Hi, Gary. Been watching from the first episode. Oh, love your laid back attitude to life. Keep up the good. Oh, that's so sweet, Gary. Thank you so much.
It's been quite an adventure, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely outside our comfort zone, but so worth it.
We felt so like silly at the start because honestly we absolutely didn't know anything. Like our inverter, which is like we did our research, but when things are in front of you and it's like, is this what is this the inverter? Oh, we felt so silly, but we thought it would help other people that were in the same situation.
Lizzie V says, hi little ones, what on earth made you choose to buy a boat and live and work there instead of renting or buying a house? Also, is it what you thought? Love you both. From a little granny. Oh,
hi Busy Bee, that's so sweet.
I think.
Do you want to go?
Yeah, we used to live in a rented house. We've lived in a few together. So we used to sort of live Sheffield kind of city centre. And I don't know, I think it was, we've always wanted to do travelling of some sort. And our plans originally were actually to buy a van, try and convert it, and then drive around Europe. But obviously there was a lot of changes to how travel works. And we didn't really know if we would be able to do that very well. So after that, we decided to start looking around and see what other options were available. And that's when we stumbled upon the wonderful world of narrowboating.
Yeah.
So once we saw that, we were absolutely hooked. We hired a hire boat just to sort of test whether we did actually enjoy it as much as we thought. And we just fell in love with it. And then, we decided to just go for it.
And it was when companies, we were kind of saving for ages, and the plan originally wasn't for us to get a boat for another maybe 2 years, and we were going to keep saving. Hi Mom, by the way, welcome Mom. I hope you're good. The plan was to not get a boat for another 2 years, and we were just going to save. But when everyone started working from home, the company that Wes worked for, he just kind of said, can I work from a boat? And the chances of them saying yes, they did. So that was we just kind of sped the process up and ended up working from the boat, which was great.
Yeah, so a silver lining to quite a tough couple of years, really, isn't it?
Admit it, you didn't want to drive on the right side of the road. Blubber, it's the correct side, okay?
It is weird, though, because you do cruise on the right-hand side, So now seeing cars on the left does feel slightly weird. So
what's the normal way?
So
Cars on the left in England, isn't it?
In England, we drive on the left, but
Yeah.
you cruise on the canals on the right.
Tids, welcome in. Hi. Hope you're well. Also taking a boat course first at the Willow Wren, then staying in London for 2 days. Oh, on a boat hotel. That sounds such a cool boat week, Mike. I'm guessing you're a big fan of boats. That sounds amazing.
That does sound really good.
Is it a narrowboat hotel by any chance? I think I might have seen it on Instagram.
There's one that we follow on Instagram that looks amazing. So if it's that one, I think you're in for a treat.
This is a pumpkin update. Oh, thank you, Pasta. They're all so sweet. I am well. Hello, Rufus. Thanks for the washing machine info. We are purchasing one and trying it at home before we move on board. Yes, it's so good. Nice. It's really good. Like, some people have they do bigger versions of the one I've got, but I really like it because it fits in the cupboard underneath our stairs and it doesn't have to be out all the time. And because our boat's only 50 foot, we've got nowhere to put the washing machine.
Squeezed for space.
So it's really good. It's good for just like general washing, Lynette. So I hope it's good for you as well. Hope we don't miss anyone's chat. I've been watching all your videos. A lot more fun than other narrowboat channels. Thank you. Are you vegan too?
Oh, yay.
Woo! Welcome in. That's really sweet of you. I appreciate it.
It's interesting as well, isn't it? Because obviously, we've been without a fridge for quite some time.
Yeah, we haven't got a fridge still.
But because we don't sort of eat meat or anything like that, our need for a fridge is a lot less because we can just eat a lot of sort of like lentils and pasta and that sort of thing. I've got pen all
I feel so aggressive just stabbing it. We didn't get a pumpkin carving kit. Oh, a narrowboat. That sounds amazing, Mike. I hope you have a great holiday. And the boat course would be good because we didn't do one of those. But some hire boat companies are better than others with the information that they give you. So we've, like the one that we hired through, I really can't remember the name. They were really good. They took us through a lock. They gave us loads of information. Whereas some other ones, I've spoke to other people that have hired boats. And I've had to teach them how to do locks because the hire boat company will just kind of say, right, off you go. And that's it. So the course sounds good, Mike.
The nice thing is that the boating community is really friendly and helpful. So there have been, like Amy said, a couple of boats that have pulled up to a lock and they've not really known what they were doing and they kind of get a bit panicky and flustered. But if we're around or if there's other boaters around, they'll tend to just kind of go over it and just walk you through it and teach you anyway. So
there'll always be someone on hand to help, mostly. And everyone's really friendly at the locks. Boating is a passion. I recently sold my 30-foot called New Hope. Oh, I really like the small boats, honestly. They're so sweet, Gary. Hope strongly thinking about another as a liveaboard. Ooh.
What sort of boat are you thinking of for a liveaboard?
That'll be cool. Did you not live full time on the New Hope one? Hi Polly, how you doing? Hope you're good.
Star of the recent episode.
Yeah. We've been busy today.
If you haven't already watched it, we won't spoil it, but yeah.
Our new episode went live just before this street. Hi, Doug. Welcome. How are you? Hello. So lovely to see so many. Chugging along. Hello. If you move to another country, where would you like to move to?
Oh, that's a tricky one. By the way, if you haven't already checked out Chugging Along,
yes, please
I'm sure you will have already heard of them. If you haven't already, definitely check them out. They're one of our favourite boating channels. They are just the most wholesome people ever.
I was so good that we missed you that time.
I know, yeah. So basically, quite early into our travels, Chugging Along actually went past our boat and we missed them.
We were inside.
Yeah.
But I hope you're both well. Lovely to see you. For the question, where would we move to?
I have always liked the idea of living in Canada at some point.
Canada's, yeah.
I've been there years ago on a couple of holidays and just absolutely love the place. It's just the most beautiful scenery.
I think I'm really boring. I I definitely want to travel to countries.
Yeah.
But I don't know if there's anywhere that I would rather live than England. I mean,
Not even in Europe,
England's far from perfect for sure. Yeah. Oh yeah, what's the really nice place in Europe that everyone it was like voted like #1 happiest place to live? I think it might be.
Is it Norway?
Norway?
Might be Norway.
Probably one of those. Although we did really, really love Iceland.
Iceland was amazing, but very expensive.
Yeah, that's true. We've been to Iceland twice. Well, I've been to Iceland twice. Wes has been once, and we loved Iceland. If you haven't been, can recommend. It's very good.
Polly reckons New Zealand or Switzerland. Those are two.
Yeah, they're good shouts.
New Zealand does look really good. I've never been there, but yeah, just seeing photos and stuff of the scenery, it looks pretty incredible there.
No worries, Mike. I'm sure you'll have a great time. It'll be absolutely fine. Have you been on a boat before? Or is this all new to you? Blubber is a mod here too. Yeah. When we started, we didn't have a mod. I don't know if we'd necessarily need one, but I was like, Blubber didn't really have a choice. So I was like, Blubber,
you've been nominated.
You've been chosen.
The Simon Crib says, "Hi guys, have you found the internet okay on your travels? Or have you found yourself hunting for a good mooring for your connection speed? Also, is the mobile internet fast enough for streaming?" That's a great question. So what our setup, we have a 4G router on an EE SIM. We went with EE because they have, as far as we could tell, the best coverage. I think it's a bit of a sort of toss-up between EE and 3 as to which one you go with, but EE has just slightly better coverage, apparently. So we went with them. We've got a little external aerial that a lot of liveaboards have. And generally speaking, it's pretty easy to find a good signal. We were sort of accidentally a little bit foolish with where we started. So the Llangollen Canal, which is obviously a lot of fields and it's kind of in the middle of nowhere for most part. So some days we would struggle to find a bit of a decent signal around there. But we sort of found that, I don't know, every week we were managed to find an all right enough spot, because I work full time from the boat and Amy streams from the boat, and yeah, generally speaking, it's been okay.
Yeah, the minimum that we've been able to work and stream from is about 10 down. And it is very rare that we don't have that. Like sometimes it's not great, so it will be like 10 to 20 maybe. But some spots, like the one that we're in now, we've got about 120 down. So some spots are great. I don't think you'll struggle necessarily. It just some remote areas you will potentially.
Generally speaking, it's pretty all right.
Yeah,
with internet, I'd say.
Never too late. Welcome in. Hello. We'll be moving onto a boat in February. Maxine, Steve, and Mexi the dog. Oh my god, I'm so excited for you. Do you feel prepared? How do you feel? Oh, you're waiting for Fleur, Polly. That's cute.
So I started watching the latest episode before the live stream started. Fear of missing out is real. One day, one day you will definitely be able to come visit us, and that will be amazing.
Yeah,
I can't wait to have more friends and family visit. We've only had a couple of friends from the previous episode that went out today, and then we've just had your mum, sister, and her partner, and that's it.
Yeah, we want more.
Yeah, it's really nice to see people again.
One day, Blubber. What designs are you doing for the pumpkins? I was like, do you think an hour and a half will be enough to carve the pumpkins? Like I chose the worst, most simple design. So I'm pretty much done. But this is my little guy. I might do another one on the back. And Wes has gone for... You're almost done as well.
Mine's rubbish. I tried to do the boat time duck, but...
You got to do some water here or something.
It's just a blob. I tried. 10 out of 10 for ambition.
Oh, Pasta Sauce says, aqueduct's scary.
Haha. Yeah.
Some aqueducts can be like, there's loads of aqueducts. There's obviously the big ones. There's the Chirk one, which was pretty big, and then the Pontcysictel.
I think. Correct us if we're wrong, but I think that's how you pronounce it.
That one is huge, and I wasn't very scared. But Wes was very, very scared. Like we didn't hardly get any footage on going over it because Wes was so scared. He was just holding the tiller, driving the boat, and he was just like this. And I was like, "Whoa, Wes, look at that over there!" And he was like, "Nope, I can't.
In my defense, so when we went across it, when I was driving to sort of try and keep the boat straight, I was looking on the side that is literally about that wide, and it's about, 140 foot or something?
Yeah.
So all I could see was our house and then a sheer drop, and that was terrifying. I don't like heights. But ones like the Chirk Aqueduct, where you've got a path on one side and then a really big wide bit on the other, they're all right because you're not kind of right on the sort of sheer edge.
Yeah.
But
some of them are like just normal bridges kind of thing.
Yeah.
So there'll be like a decent sized path either side with railings and stuff.
Yeah.
So some of them aren't scary at all. But
yeah, I'd say they're less scary than you think they are.
Depends how much of a thrill seeker you are.
Not at all. Water slides scare me.
Hi Matt, welcome in. Lovely to see you. Oh, thank you for watching. Thanks for dropping by. Glad to see your carving skills are as good as mine. See, I should have pushed myself more because
you played it very safe.
I played it so safe. I kind of want to do. How can I make it more complex?
You could give him teeth, make his mouth bigger, and give him.
I could give him little teeth, but yeah, it's pretty good.
Number 28 said house goes on the market in the next couple of weeks, and downsizing is full flow.
Ooh.
Downsizing is a challenging period. I think. It really takes it out of you. I think when you sort of think, oh yeah, I've just got to get rid of some stuff, it feels quite easy, but it's just the amount of effort it takes to like physically sort through it all, the emotional side of getting rid of stuff. I think at least for people like me who get more attached to things, that was quite challenging. It's very rewarding though. I don't know how we managed to fill a 3-bedroom house before.
Yeah, and you'll feel like we were at a point where we're like, okay, I feel like we've got rid of enough things now. And then when it was all in boxes on the boat in a 50-foot space, was like, okay, no, we need to get rid of at least like 3 or 4 more boxes.
Yeah.
But good luck with the process. Never too late. What boat have you gone for? What size? Tell us all about it. Very exciting. Would you ever change to lead, carbon, or lithium batteries? We would love to. Chugging along. Yes, because the batteries that we've got at the minute, I don't even know what battery type we've got. Do you know?
Nope. I think we've got.
Are we supposed to know?
I think we've got pretty bog standard ones.
Yeah.
We've got 4 105 amp hour batteries that are leisure, and then we've got 1 starter batteries. 1 starter battery. We don't really know what kind they are. They seem all right.
Yeah.
I think the main problems that we've had with them is just based off our kind of just how new we are to everything. Because now that we've kind of gotten a bit more into the swing of it, and we've sort of figured out sort of laptop settings, getting used to switching everything off, they've actually been all right. I think they're not too bad. They've pretty much covered most of what we need. And
to say that because we've been running a desktop PC. And like 2 laptops pretty much, and just loads of stuff. To say that we've been doing that and the batteries have held up, I can't wait to get better ones. We definitely want to improve. Definitely want to improve the setup, but it's kind of expensive because I think, well, from what we've looked at, the like area in our engine bay where the batteries go, I don't think we physically could fit another battery, so we wouldn't be able to just add on. We would have to replace. So probably in the long run.
But there's also a lot of things where you can't have one battery that's better than the others because it's less efficient. I don't know. At some point, yes, we would like to upgrade them.
Yeah. Hi, Dean. Welcome in. Dean Foley. Hi, guys. Love the channel. What's been the biggest challenge you have faced since moving aboard, and what do you wish you had researched? I also want to just say hi to Gary Charlesworth as well. Welcome in. Welcome in.
Hello.
Thank you so much for popping by. Go on then. Do you want to answer that one?
So the biggest challenge
you've faced since moving aboard, and what we wish we had researched.
I do wish that we'd known more about electrics. I think that's probably the biggest one for me.
Hi, Fat and Sassy.
When you're in a house, you don't have to think about how much your appliance really uses, like how often you use it, how much you use it like per day, and all the different things to consider. And then I'd say the other thing that I wish we knew more about was just the whole 12-volt thing.
Yeah.
Like when we were planning on moving to the boat, everything that we would find would just be like, make sure you get 12-volt appliances. And you're like,
what does that mean?
Because we'd be walking around as well, like there's a difference between a 12 volt, which looks like the one that you can stick in a cigarette lighter in your car, and then like a mains 240 volt one. And we didn't even know that like one was different to the other. So we were really completely new to it, even though we tried to research it.
So, because there's only so much, because we did try and do our research on electrics, but when you don't know what it all means, like we did so much research, but it was just like so much terminology that we had no idea what means. And when we were in the house doing the research without having an inverter in front of us, it was hard to learn about inverters, if that makes sense. So we've definitely learned way more since being able to play around with them and see what it is, but that was something that we wish we would have known. And the biggest struggle so far, I would say, hi Soy, welcome in, and hi Noggin, welcome in as well. Hope you're both doing good to see you. Feel free to ask any questions that anyone might have in chat, and just say hello. We're just doing a Q&A. The biggest challenge, I would say, it's hard because we're working on a video at the moment with 10 downsides to boating. And there's loads. There's like lots of small things, we won't lie. But I don't think there's one huge thing that's necessarily...
I'd say most of the negatives, generally speaking, have a positive spin on them.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
Yeah, any of the sort of negatives that don't really have an upside are really minor. So... I'd say.
Oh, I kind of think one would be not having because we don't have a car, and moving on to the boat, we decided to get rid of our car. Some people do have a car and kind of continuously cruise with them, but it looks really difficult, and we didn't want to add that extra stress. So I think one biggest challenge is not being able to just drive and see family when we want to, or friends.
That's true.
So like if a family emergency happens, or just kind of you just want to go and see someone, it's like you have to look where the nearest train station is to the canal, then get like 4 trains possibly, and it's just so much harder, whereas before we were able to just jump in the car and we'd be there in 20 minutes. So I think for me that's the biggest challenge, I'd say.
That being said, though, when you did have to do it from the Llangollen Basin,
it wasn't too bad.
Yeah,
but
it's just an inconvenience.
Yeah. Lynette asks, when you go through locks, do you find the boat moves about in the lock, and do you use a centre line around the bollard to sturdy it? Good question, Lynette. That is something that we've been struggling with way more recently.
I think it's actually to do with the design of the locks.
Some locks are different.
We think, so basically when we're going down, we don't really have any problems. The boat stays pretty sturdy. I'll tend to stand on the stern and just kind of nudge it forwards and backwards with the throttle, and it basically just sits still. Going up, though, if you've got a lock that's fed, I think, with the sluices, which is the sidey bits, and it feeds the lock from underneath, then the boat is sturdier. But we found that I think it's if the lock gates lift up a paddle on the door, then about halfway up the lock, it will start throwing the boat forwards. Yeah,
there's been a couple of times where it's been really scary because the boat's just gone forward and almost crashed into the gates. So we've had to use the centre line more recently.
Yeah, so we've now sort of gotten into a routine where about halfway up, Amy will check with me and then potentially run over, grab the centre line and tie it around the bollard. So we're still getting used to that. That's a little bit tricky.
But we definitely do need to use the centre line sometimes. And some of them are harder than others. Because also as well, our boat is smaller. So bear that in mind if you've got a smaller boat or you're looking at smaller boats. Is if the lock is 70 foot and you've got a 60 foot boat, you've only got 10 foot to move around in. Even some of the locks are smaller, like 60 foot. And you've got like a 58 foot boat, you've only got 2 foot to move around. So you don't really move at all. Whereas our boat is only 50 foot. We've still got like sometimes 10 to 20 foot in front of us for the boat to move around.
We've gone for a 59 foot and it's being built by XR&D. Andy Dempsey?
Based in Stenton Marina is doing our fit out. That's amazing.
Oh, wow, that sounds
too
cool.
Late. So it's
custom built. That sounds exciting.
Excited for you.
59 foot sounds like a really good size as well. I think originally we were going to look for around 62, But our sort of window was between, I think, about 50 and maybe like 65.
Yeah.
So we were quite broad with it, but we snapped this one up just because everything else it checked literally every single box. And we were willing to have a slightly smaller space, which, to be honest, I'm absolutely fine with.
Yeah,
At first, it was a little bit really fast. Yeah, it felt a little bit small, but it's absolutely fine now.
Pasta sauce, I'm definitely doing the blush, and he is a smiley boy, Polly. Gary Hugh, sorry we missed the message. Spent 9 months through first COVID episode building it from inside out and getting an engine for it. Oh, wow. It then came across someone who needed it more than me, so I sold it to them with a heavy heart. Wow. That's so nice, Gary.
That's really selfless.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
Definitely a project with your heart in it. But
yeah.
Do you have plans to get another one? Are you excited?
That's quite amazing, though, to think how much you've improved someone's life from that.
Yeah, that's really nice.
That's nice.
Hope we haven't missed any. Let me.
If we do miss something, though, feel free to post it again.
Yeah.
Because, like we said, we're still new to this, so if we've missed anything, just post it again. Hopefully, we'll get
it. What is the one thing you wish you had on the boat that you had in the house?
At the moment, a fridge.
for me, it's definitely a fridge. Well, that's not a boat thing. We are getting a fridge, but a bath or a bath. I loved bath. We lived in a rented house before, and we still didn't even have a bath in a rented house. But I would go to my mum's and have a bath sometimes, and it was great. So I definitely miss a bath, or just being able to have long showers, because the showers are obviously from a water tank, which is only limited, and sometimes we can't fill up the water for like 1 to 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So we have to have super short showers. So definitely a shower that you can just stand in there for as long as you want.
Yeah.
That's my thing, I think.
Yeah, I definitely think a bath is right at the top. I guess even if we did have a fridge, just a big fridge that you can properly stock full of goodies, loads of snacks. I think that would be.
And I do miss our double gaming setup, because we're really big gamers, and we had in our house we had a games room where we both had a gaming PC, 2 monitors, like desks, but now we share a desk. But it's been absolutely fine. We still have our laptops.
Yeah.
We can still play games. And it's just, you just have to weigh up kind of, do we want the desk or do we want the adventure, I guess. So looking for a semi-trad now, but I'll wait until winter is done. Like you guys, love chugging along. Jam Cam, yes. Cruising, Albert. We watch all of those, Gary. We've set the bar to another level. Oh my God, that's so lovely.
That's such a big compliment as well, because we are huge fans of those. There would be days where, when we were sort of transitioning onto the boat and everything was really bogging us down and we would feel really upset, one of the biggest pick-me-ups is that we would get a cup of tea, we'd get our blanket, and then we'd sit there and watch like Chugging Along or Cruising Albert, and it would just kind of fuel us to keep going.
And fun fact, the name of our channel, Boat Time, is because we used to say to each other, boat time soon, it's going to be boat time. Boat time in 2 more months. So that's where the channel name came from. Polly says, biggest negative is having to kill your nose when emptying the cassette. No positive spin on that. So Polly came to visit us. Polly's the feature in the latest episode, our friend. And Wes showed him the emptying of the toilet. We're kind of used to it now. You're used to it because we've got a cassette.
Yeah. I feel like I'm completely desensitized to it now. Like the sight, the smell, it just doesn't bother me at all. I remember the first time we did it, it is quite an experience. So But
it really does get easier.
Yeah, we've spared everyone the details in all of the vlogs. But yeah, it doesn't really bother me at all now. The main thing is just having to keep an eye on when it needs emptying, because obviously the last thing you want to do is run out of space. But yeah, it's not too bad. In fact, actually, to go back to what you missed from a house, a plumbed-in toilet is something we definitely took for granted.
That's another one, yeah.
Whenever you see like a public toilet or you're in a restaurant, it's like, it's just not having to think about it. It's lovely.
Scary when we were there, but Wes is a good driver, Shani says. Wes is a really good driver. I'm not a very good driver. Wes does most of the driving. I can drive the boat if I have to, but I just get really stressed, and because the driving is opposite. So if you want to go that way, you put the tiller that way.
Mm.
And sometimes I'll be driving, and I've been driving for like months, and I'll be like, which way do I turn it? I don't know which way. I just panic.
And I'll just be like, push that way.
Wes is better in stressful situations.
Yeah.
Fat and Sassy says, I wish not to offend anyone or put anyone on the spot, but when it comes to anxiety issues and having a boat, has things changed or remained the same? So Wes will talk on this one.
Absolutely no offense in asking about it. I do my best to be really open as I can be with all that stuff. So yeah, I do get quite bad anxiety from loads of different things. Generally speaking, I would say that it's quite a lot better since coming onto the boat. I think it's because in a house, I'd find a lot of stuff would kind of weigh me down, and kind of there's no real way of releasing that. Whereas on the boat, I think every time you sort of step outside and it's a fresh new environment, or if you're cruising and it's just really calm, it just helps you to kind of like de-stress and like bring it all back down again. So yeah, I think there's still a lot of things that I'll get anxious about, but my capacity to cope with it, I would say, is improved from being on the boat.
There's a question. Did you have to research a lot before moving on to the boat, or did you learn a lot of the things as you went, as in through experience? Good question, Doghouse.
Yeah. I think we did a lot of research, but I think no amount of research can quite
fully prepare you. Yeah.
So I'd say the majority is learned from experience.
Yeah.
I think all the research does is it gives you the basics, or at least the avenues to kind of go off and like delve deeper on whenever you kind of come up, you sort of encounter an issue. But yeah, I think, as you can sort of hopefully tell with a lot of the blogs, we just sort of go for it. We come up with something that we don't know anything about, and even if it's stressful, we just give it a quick Google or we fiddle around with it. And to be honest, like a lot of it is just the mentality of what's the worst that could happen. And generally speaking, on a boat, the worst is not that bad, unless you're kind of being really, I don't know, careless. But yeah, it's pretty harmless. Just
they only go 4 miles an hour, so
yeah.
But yeah, I'd say we researched a lot in terms of like, I'd say before we moved on, we could answer a lot of questions, as in like, how are we going to cope with this, or what about post? We definitely researched things that would affect our life, if that makes sense. So like the internet, so we knew we could work. Post, so we knew like we could sort that. Like cost, so we could make sure we could afford it. But in terms of researching physically maintaining the boat and like boat things, we researched the canals more than the boat, if that makes sense.
There's also a lot of kind of unexpected things that will happen. So even though we were really confident, for example, in the internet setup, we didn't realize like quite how much it could fluctuate, or that the weather would affect it as much as it did. So there's a lot of things that will just crop up. Even if you feel quite confident in one particular area, there'll be stuff that you kind of have to learn from experience.
But yeah, like Polly says, experience is the best teacher. Hi Lulu, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Lovely to see you.
Only 4 weeks until I'll be living aboard and setting up my floating business. Oh wow, a 70-foot cruiser stern called Going Places.
See you on the court. That's so exciting, Dean. I'm so glad you got one.
What is the business?
Yeah, what's the business? Are you trading from the path, selling online? We've met so many lovely traders while we've been on the canals, and it's really, really lovely. Because I guess that's another thing that people do, is it's really possible to bring, if you've got a business that's online. I know a lot of people that still work from their boats, and they'll post things. There's post offices everywhere, so it's still definitely possible. So that's really cool.
It's one of the most exciting things as well when we see a boat that's moored up with a little
like a stall. We love checking them out.
Right, quick, pull over. We'll go have a look.
But we're so excited for you. Congrats. Hopefully we'll see you soon. We'll keep an eye out for going places, Dean.
Definitely.
Do you find your day seems longer now than on land? When you are rushing around? I'm hoping I will stop looking at the clock. I have anxiety disorder and hoping I can be a calmer person.
Oh, that's a really interesting point. So I'd say, generally speaking, life out on narrowboats just moves at a slower pace because you're kind of forced to.
Yeah, for sure.
You can't. Whereas normally you'd kind of jump in a car and you'd kind of get there as quickly as you could. on a boat, you just sort of have to be like, right, well, I'm going to be roughly in that place in like 2
2
months'
months' time.
So, yeah, I think just being forced to make more use of what you've got, kind of plan a little bit more, or just at least be more open to kind of have to improvise a little bit, actually makes things like anxiety, in my experience, a lot easier, because I think it just takes away some of that kind of like hecticness of modern day. Everything having to be so instant all the time isn't really a thing on the boat. It's just make do with what you've got, and eventually you'll get to kind of where you need to be.
Hi Fleur, welcome in, Fleur. But to answer your question about the days feeling longer and shorter, I guess it's yes and no, because when you're like on the boat and you're cruising around, then you rely on the sun a lot more in terms of like daylight and stuff. So if you need to go to the shops at 6 o'clock, and it's dark already, then you can just get in your car and go with your headlights on. You can cruise at night time, but we haven't done it yet. We're scared. So we generally only cruise in daylight. So that's another thing that they feel longer, because sometimes you'll finish what you're doing and rushing around for ages. So like before in the house, we would finish work at 5, and then maybe we would just be like, right, we need to go here after work, and then here, and then here. And we wouldn't actually settle down until about 8 or 9. Whereas again, on the boat, you're kind of forced to, once you finish cruising for the day and you can't really go anywhere else, you can walk somewhere, or if you've got a car, obviously that doesn't apply, but it's just a lot more slow paced for sure.
I think you're a little bit more aware of the daylight hours because of that as well. So when you wake up early and you're just kind of just after sunrise, I don't know, you just have a much greater appreciation for it, because there's always stuff to look at based on like what time of day it is.
Oh, Mike says that helps to hear about the anxiety. Thanks.
Oh, I'm really glad. Yeah,
it's good. You always said the worst that could happen is if we could sink in the locks. Yeah, that is true. The worst that could happen is you could sink.
Yeah, I think one thing to get used to
happen
on the boat is that there is a certain amount of kind of be careful or you'll sink your house.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, for it to actually sink, you have to do something pretty catastrophically wrong. As long as you're being careful, it's not really a risk.
Hi Mark, welcome in. Love you guys. I'm in the process of selling the contents of my flat. Just bought my first narrowboat to live aboard. Going to spend this winter in the marina to adjust, and then hopefully be a continuous cruiser. That's amazing, so Mark. Congrats. Hope the move goes well and selling the flat and stuff like that. That's good idea, doing the marina to adjust.
We're still sort of nervously entering the colder months. We don't quite know how it's going to go, but so far so good. We've figured out the fire, at least. That's the main thing. Well, we kind of figured out the fire. Almost.
It doesn't last longer than about 3 hours, but that sounds good. Good luck, Mark. Welcome. I'm a trading on the cut as a barber. That's so cool, Lulu.
That's so cool. Unfortunately, I haven't got much use for it, but
when you would have had hair, when you did have hair, that would have been so good. How do you find it, Lou? Do you kind of post your location and just open it? I bet main customers are boaters, aren't they? That's so good.
Yeah, I love seeing the different kinds of businesses that you get out on narrowboats as well, because we've seen, obviously you have sort of the craft stores, we've seen a lot of kind of like eco-friendly, like zero waste shops. We've seen a company called Pizza Baked on board, which is amazing, and the front of their well deck is just filled with a proper pizza oven, which is just so cool. I've not seen a barber one yet, so that's cool. Awesome. We've seen a tattoo shop as well, haven't we?
Yeah, we've seen a floating cinema and a tattoo shop, which is super cool. Coffee and waffles. Is that what you've got, Dean? Nice. Somebody probably have asked already, are you going to save or re-upload this live? I think, we don't know, we've never been live before, but I think it automatically goes live on the channel. So if it does, we will leave it there for sure. But if it doesn't, we haven't recorded it because I don't know how. So hopefully it will be there. I'm pretty sure it goes automatically live.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm pretty sure.
Maybe then.
Hopefully, Fleur.
Speaking about the traders, did you know about them before boating, or did boating open the horizons as part of boating? Yes. So I at least didn't actually really know that trading from a boat was a thing. In fact, the first time that we sort of discovered it was outside. I can't remember where it was. I think it was near Wixall. I can't remember.
Whitchurch.
Was it Whitchurch?
Yeah.
And that was when there was, like a floating market. I think it's quite regular there. And we just saw this row of boats with like pizza boat baked on board. There was Home Oak Trading Company, like all these amazing boats just all lined up. And since then, we've sort of spotted a lot more of them kind of popping up.
Yeah. But it's something that we never even considered, like just shops being on a boat. Like it's super cool. And we've seen a lot now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely something we didn't know about before, and now we do.
What do you both want for Christmas? Anything for the boat?
A fridge?
A 12-volt fridge. It's
Hi,
quite
Ash!
strange actually.
Welcome.
It's hard to, I don't know. It's really weird because I had my birthday quite recently as well, and because you haven't got much space, you don't really want to fill the space that you have got with more things.
I don't know. I like things.
Oh yeah.
I like plants.
Yeah, I can't. It's harder to think of what you want, I think, for things like Christmas.
Yeah. Apart from really boring things like life jackets.
A new water filtration filter.
But no idea, Shawnee. Sorry, we're gonna probably be awkward this year. How you doing, Ash? I have a boat that I move up the cut half a mile every so often, and I'm going to do Facebook page. That's cool,
Oh,
Lou.
nice.
That's really cool.
What sort of boat is it? Like, what sort of size and all the rest of it? Polly says firewood for Christmas.
Firewood, yeah.
Yeah. Genuinely, yes.
It's been about a month since we've had the fire on.
Possibly a bit less actually, because I think it might even be the next episode or the one after will be the episode where we start messing around with the fire to get it lit. Yeah,
because for those that don't know, the vlogs are about 3 weeks behind.
Yeah.
3 or 4 weeks, sometimes 3, sometimes 4. But we've got the fire on now, and we've only just realized. So this is how much we still learn. The other day, I was in the Facebook page for boaters. I put, how do people keep your fire lit the whole way through winter? Because like some boaters will light their fire in like November and keep it lit the whole way through till like January, March.
Whereas like one firelighter and then the whole winter's sorted.
We can't seem to keep it lit for longer than like 4 hours. And then someone was like, well, what logs are you using? And we were like, wait, you're supposed to use logs? We've literally just been using coal.
Which, as you can tell, if you have watched the episode that went out today, if not, we are quite new to the world of starting fires.
And coal.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we first got a fuel boat, because fuel boats are really, really cool. They come around loaded up with coal, and they sell them you. It's like getting your online shopping delivered.
Yeah. Click and collect.
The fuel boat guy was like, "What type of coal do you want?" And we were like,
"Yeah,
there's different types of coal."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, there's about 6."
Yeah. Because the first time that we decided to buy coal from them, we were like, right, we're going to get diesel and we're going to get coal. And he's like, oh, what are you guys after? So we were like, can we have some diesel? And we'd like some coal.
And he was like, which one?
But the fuel boats themselves are really, really lovely. There's a guy that we've used twice now who basically gave us a rundown of everything to do with the fuel sources. They are just the most helpful, lovely people ever.
Yeah. How did you guys meet? We actually met on online dating on Tinder.
It's quite a sort of, I guess, strange story, is it?
This is Rufus. Ash wants to see Rufus. Say hello, Rufus. Are you tired? He's tired. This is Rufus, and Rupee is in the bedroom. I can go and get Rupee once we've done the pumpkins. Rupee is the rabbit. Rufus is the dog.
But yeah, so we met. Basically, neither of us are really the kind to go out kind of into clubs and all that. And that seems to be, or at least seemed to be, like a lot of the ways that people seem to meet. So I think coincidentally, we both just kind of thought like, I'll try Tinder. It's this new thing, like just see what's on there. And we matched on there, went on a first date, and then, just stuck around. You want to check the battery?
I think it's all right. Good to hear you're good, Ash. Oh, 70 foot, Lou. That's so much space. By the way, if we're looking down, that's where chat is. Apologies that we keep looking down. We need to get used to looking up at the camera.
Yeah.
Welcome in, Beck and Nick. We've only just been able to come on. We broke down and had to pull the boat in the dark. Good, we've missed all this time. Are you sorted now? What happened? Sorry to hear you've broken down.
I'm really scared for that.
Yeah.
At some point,
Beck and Nick are quite new boaters as well. So I hope you're both okay.
I'm glad that you got it at least to the
pulled
tow
over,
path, though.
yeah. That's all right, Fat and Sassy. I had a dream where loads of firewood at my house for you guys. Thanks, Polly. We'll take it.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Drive it over.
You've done so much to your boat already, looking so good. Also, have you heard of coal cages that go inside your stove? Thank you, Lulu. We are we're hopefully gonna do an updated boat tour very soon. We need to film it because it's quite a lot different now from our first tour. We haven't done one since we were in the marina the day we got the keys.
Yeah.
But yes, I have seen coal cages and they look really, really good. But I think what we're gonna do is we'll probably treat ourselves to one after winter because I kind of want to learn how to do it without them because I think they make it a lot easier. So I kind of want to learn the hard way, and then once we're good at that and we're confident with that, then we'll treat ourselves to the coal cage. I think
learn the basics. I think just in case we need it.
Hi Zara, I'm not sure what you mean. Welcome. You should have vegan mukbang. That seems to be a big thing in YouTube at the minute. Really?
Oh, really? Oh, I feel like we'd be good at that.
Yeah, I mean, we could eat and chat. Sure.
Yeah.
But we are. Shall we tell them? Secret. What we filmed this week.
Yeah, I think so. Like a little sneak preview. So as you know, we do the vlogs every Friday, and what we've been trying to do, obviously we're juggling sort of like streaming as a job and working full time. So at the moment it's a little bit tricky while we're getting used to filming and editing because it obviously takes up a lot of time. So we're trying to get roughly one sort of extra video out, at least one a month. And one that we have been filming this week is what we eat in a week as vegan narrowboaters without
a fridge. So hopefully that'll be good.
So there'll be plenty of food stuff. We've had some comments saying that people really like to see like our cooking montages in the vlogs, so there'll be a whole video dedicated to basically just that.
Yes. Rufus wants to carve a pumpkin. He's so tired today.
Love your vlogs, a breath of freshness. Keep
hi, Steve.
Sorry,
I didn't see you there. Hope you're well, Steve. Lovely to see you. Thank you for all the support, everyone, by the way. It's so nice when we kind of look through the comments and we recognize all your names every week. And it's so nice. It means so much to us that you keep coming back and watching our videos. Yeah. So thank you, everyone. Yeah, we really do mean it as well when we sit down and we read every single one. Yeah, they mean a huge amount to us. They are a huge motivator as well to kind of just keep plugging along. Yeah, so thank you. They keep Fire Hotter for Longer, Brilliant 24 on Amazon. Oh, okay, yeah, we'll definitely have to look. Lou, thank you. Yeah, we've heard they're good for overnight as well, aren't they? Because at the moment we wake up and the fire's pretty much completely out and it's freezing. It would be nice to wake up, but it's still a bit toasty. Hopefully everyone giving this a lovely couple of thumbs up. Thumbs up on lives are a thing apparently. Thank you, Van. I didn't even know that. If you want to give us a thumbs up, we would appreciate it. It's our first ever YouTube live. So thank you all for hanging out with us and chatting. And if you are joining us, if you've got any questions, pop them in the chat, whether they're questions about boat life, whether they're questions about us, the pets, anything. We will be happy to answer them. Has your duck Tillapin got a name? Hi, Samantha. Welcome. He's called Ducker. Ducker. It's not a very good name. But he's called Ducker. And then we have Swan, who is... Swan doesn't have a name. Swan is just called Swan. Yeah. Swan is for sort of the more kind of posh special occasions, whereas Ducker is our kind of like... everyday. Go-to, person that just kind of gets us through everything. Thick and thin. He's a reliable little Tillapin. Because we've got two, so... we on fancy days, if we're going over like an aqueduct or under a special tunnel or something like that, it's an event day. We'll get the swan out and we'll be fancy. But everyday cruising, Ducker does the job.
And Sassy says, yes, cooking. Yeah.
Wes is really good at cooking. Admittedly, most of the cooking montages, apart from the pancakes one this week,
that was a good one,
is Wes. I do not like cooking that much at all.
Yeah, I've always kind of liked cooking anyway. I don't know if I'm any good at it, but Amy seems to like it, so.
Oh my gosh, Beck and Nick. The gearbox sheared off whilst in a lock. Nick has removed the gearbox, but we're waiting for an engineer now. Hopefully we'll get sorted soon. I'm so sorry to hear that. That sounds so stressful. Was it like whilst the lock was filling up? Hopefully the engineer isn't too long. So soon as well after getting it.
How do you remove a gearbox? That just sounds like the most technical thing ever. Do you just like
Nick knows more than we would do in that situation.
Yeah, I think we would just panic.
Yeah. Susan Wes is an amazing cook. Yeah.
Yeah.
He is.
If there is any confusion, Susan is part of my sort of Twitch alias, so some people know me
as Susan.
Weirdly as Suze or Susan.
Here's my pumpkin. I think I'm finished. We're still going to chat, but I've got a little smiley face with... He's got little blush marks, pasta I tried. There he is.
I just improved the circle a bit on
That is the most basic, easy pumpkin carve I've ever seen.
What, mine?
Yeah.
I have to carve the circle and then use like the negative space to create the top.
Yeah.
You just got a few
It's just a big old circle though.
Yeah.
Everyone, let us know. Whose do you prefer? Mine or Wes's?
I will be offended if Amy wins.
No, he won't. You have to give us an answer.
Oh, he says when you're going to S&C Fest, you got Flex the Swan, Sausage and Cider Fest.
Of course. Here he is. He's doing good.
I think with a little tea light in there.
We actually don't have any candles.
We're not.
No.
A slight oversight. We'll have to get some. So we're actually in Stoke-on-Trent at the moment.
Hi, Busy Bee.
We're planning on spending tomorrow just exploring around a little bit, just wandering around, seeing what's about. It's our first time kind of in a more built-up kind of area with actual shops as well.
Yeah,
so
very exciting. We can't choose. Wes's looks good. Wes for the win.
Yeah.
Get out of here. We might have some candles under the sofa. Wes, sorry, Amy. Oh, it's fine.
I'll take
to
it.
be fair, I think I would also vote Wes.
I still don't think mine's great.
Just chuck some coal in there. That'll work. I'm actually really excited to feed the pumpkins to the squirrels. Ames, this is a classic. Thank you, Doghouse. I agree. Thank you.
My sister actually, who does like sculpting and things like that for a living, she does like the most ridiculously like ornate ones. So if she was sat here, it would put us very much to shame.
Hi Claire, welcome. How are you doing? Don't worry about being late. How are you?
Yeah, look at that. I won it. Woo!
Wes wins this time. Sorry, Amy. Everyone apart from Doghouse says that yours is the best. I'll take it. These are our pumpkins. We finished carving them, but we're still going to chat.
Expertly carved.
Claire and Rebecca here from Insta. Claire and Rebecca has also recently got their boat, and it's on their way to you right now, right? How have you found that?
Yeah.
How have you found having someone else drive it? I think I'd be scared.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah. Because I don't think when we bought ours, it hadn't left the marina for quite some time. So I think the only people that had driven it would be the people that worked there just to move it into like from like a liveaboard point to like the sales part of the marina.
Here's Rufus.
He's a bit sleepy today.
He's very sleepy. Rufus is why are you so sleepy today? You haven't done anything. There's Rufus, Claire, and Rebecca. He's sleepy boy, aren't you? But he's a very good boy.
He is the best boy. So stressful. Luckily, Nick is pretty good. We were going down in the lock. I lived in Stratford for 2 years. Check out Cannock Chase. Rufus will love it.
Ooh.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, we'll have
What
to
is it? That sounds good. I hope you get sorted. Just like, I don't know. Are they coming tonight? Is the engineer coming tonight? That's so scary.
With no fridge and freezer box.
What is Amy doing for ice?
Struggling.
Mark, you know me so well. So for those that don't know, I absolutely love ice. I like chewing it. I like crunching it. Everyone hates it around me, but I can't help it. But whenever we see a pub or like a McDonald's or like anywhere that might sell ice drinks, that's the first thing we check. Whenever I moor up to somewhere, I'm like, right, where's the nearest place that might sell ice? And we research it. And then if it's within a half an hour walk, we usually walk to the place to get some ice. And it's literally just like, we'll walk 20 minutes and say, hi, can I have an ice, like a Coke, please? And then just drink it and eat the ice.
And then sometimes you also get like an extra cup of ice.
Yeah.
And then any ice that's in my drink inevitably gets siphoned into Amy's drink.
My mum did want to buy me an ice machine, but we didn't know how well it would run on the batteries. But I don't know. No, we definitely can't fit a whole ice machine in the boat. But hopefully, can you imagine when we've got the freezer? I'll have ice on tap. It'll be great. I have these little ice, like, what are they called?
Oh, ice cube trays.
Like ice cube trays, but they have like tiny little holes in, so they make like little ice that I can crunch. And you
put it in a cup with a spoon and eat it like a cereal. It's very disturbing. It's weird. I hate it.
So upset that he's using our toilet. To be honest, that's true.
That just feels wrong, doesn't it?
Make sure he cleans it after when he hands it over, Claire. Guys, that spot looks so cozy. Our boat is on the way. Stressed about someone sleeping in the bed using the loo but driving.
Of course,
it's to be better than us at this point. Is it like a professional company? Because I think companies, you can hire companies to move your boat for you. So like if you needed to move your boat, then there's like companies that specifically do it. I think we follow one on Instagram.
It's weird, isn't it? Because you never really get that in a house where someone sort of has to live in your house for a bit.
Yeah, I guess you'd do it with a car. If you bought a car, then sometimes they'll drive it to you. But this spot is super cozy. This is our favorite little corner. Let me see if I can show you.
This is where
I won't move it too much. But there's our little shelf up there.
Expertly made shelf there.
Wes made the shelf. It's still going strong.
We're up to 3 books now.
We've got some books on. And then this is the little corner. Oh, let me put that down again.
So we've got a couple of things on the wall. We found this little art piece from a really cute little kind of local shop. And that was just some sort of local artist. I think it was around Ellesmere. We have a photo frame from a shop in Llangollen. And it's got photos of us in Iceland, North Carolina, and Copenhagen. And then right up at the top was something that my sister gave for me because she lives in North Carolina. And it just, it's perfect for our kind of aesthetic. So
we don't have blinds and curtains yet. So this is why you can see, and I don't like it at night time because if someone walks past, they can literally see straight in. But I didn't put it up for the stream because we use my scarves as blinds and curtains. So
we use scarves. We sort of hook it over where the curtains were, and then we have these little magnets that fit in a slot to kind of like clamp them down. It's
a very professional setup. It's a very good setup.
But for anyone that doesn't know, we've got curtains on one side of the boat and none on the other because when we were in the marina, we noticed that the ones that were on there were a bit dirty. So we took some of them off and then realised we had nothing to replace them with. So we've sort of scrapped two windows worth of curtains and we haven't got any others. So
we only got half the boat worth of curtains. When it gets cold enough, just crack some ice from the canal. I cannot imagine eating that fully. That would not be very nice. Well.
You just need ice trays on the roof in winter. That might actually work.
That might actually work, you know. Good point, Claire.
There was one point where Amy actually bought a little bag of ice from the supermarket and we left it outside on the stern. And it did last like quite a lot of hours, didn't it? It stayed frozen for quite some time.
Cannock Chase is a big forest not too far from Stoke-on-Trent. Ooh, maybe we'll check it out. Rufus loves forests and stuff like that and running around, chasing squirrels, of course. Shall I go and get Rupee the rabbit? Does anyone want to see Rupee the rabbit?
I have a feeling he'll be stranded for a while. Oh no.
Hopefully it's not too far. long. Hope you get sorted, and it's easy fix. I hope.
Yeah. Did they give you like an estimate for how long it will take to get out to you, or do you just kind
Maybe
of have to
curtains for Christmas. Good point.
That is a good shout.
Blinds or curtains.
Yeah.
Mom, Shawnee, sisters, if you're still watching, curtains.
Do you have Sonic over in the UK? Here in America, we do. Their ice is amazing. I get back almost every day.
No, I've never heard of that.
That sounds right up
Are you
your
also
street, though.
an ice fan, Fat and Sassy?
No, there's more of you.
Yes.
Yes,
He's a professional sailor. Okay, that's good. Put it this way, you better empty the toilet.
Yeah.
I hope so too, Claire. I hope so too.
3 books on the shelf, yes.
Lou says your pumpkin's better too. Oh no, I've damaged it.
Sabotage.
It's fine.
She couldn't handle the loss.
Everyone, look how good we carved it out.
No, don't show them up close.
Did not do a very
spoiling
good
the
job.
illusion. It's just half the seed's still inside.
You just left all your bits in there as
The
well.
whole point is
I
that you
think
keep it from a distance.
Mine gets neatness points though. Come on, everyone.
Yeah, that's because you can't see inside it because the holes are so small.
Mine gets neatness points.
In reference to the shelf, were there any good miniature plays? Unfortunately not. We have not had one yet. We'll have to do one sometime. A little puppet show.
A little puppet show.
I don't mean to be cruel, but Wes is a pretty epic carver.
It's all right, Lou. I'll let you off. Did Rupee get his treat from last night? No, let me go get Rupee the rabbit.
You guys should do these lives more, do you think? We were really nervous to actually do it because obviously Amy does lives on Twitch quite a lot, but this feels like a whole different thing. And yeah, it's the first time we've kind of gone live as boat time. So it's pretty intimidating, but yeah, it's really lovely seeing so many of you here and all your lovely comments. It definitely, it means a lot to us. It's a lot less scary now. Amy, apparently you get neatness points though, which is fair. There's some pretty clean lines. You guys are smashing it. Thanks, Polly. Yes, more lives. We've got several comments for more lives.
Here's Rupee. Oh, he looks so suspicious. Here's Rupee the rabbit.
His little arms.
Here he is.
Little dupes. So one thing I've noticed on the vlogs is that it might be a little bit confusing with how many different names we call Rupee.
Oh, yeah.
Because his name is Rupert, but generally speaking, he's called Rupee. But most of the time, you'll probably hear us refer to him as Dupes.
He's got many nicknames.
Yeah. So it's Dupes or Dupers is also...
Dupes, Dupey, Rupee. Here he is, though.
And I have no idea why we decided to name both our pets such similar names. It's very confusing.
We've had him for 9 years. 9 years. What an old man.
Damien actually had Rupee before we met as well. So he's been in the little family for some time.
He's giving me kisses.
He gives little licks, doesn't he? He's a very sort of people-y bunny.
He literally, he just loves people. He did have a brother and a sister, but because he's partially deaf and partially blind, the bonding process to like get him another companion was just really stressful for him. Like the one that we tried to bond him with, like bit his ears and like it was really bad, and he was very stressed. So now we just give him all the cuddles in the world, and he just literally sits here like this. He loves it.
I feel you. I do lives on Instagram and it's massive exposure. You're doing great.
Oh, thank you so much, Claire. Thank you. That's really sweet.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of your lives now, I think.
Yeah.
It's just really scary not having like a clean edited version.
Yeah, I'm kind of used to being on live, but I'm trying not to swear. Because on YouTube, we have to not swear.
Yeah, I think on YouTube, we try and sort of keep it PG.
But yeah, if anyone has any more questions, let us know. Thank you, Polly, as well. Thank you. But yeah, here's Rupee.
Definitely
Rufus.
do another live. You're killing it. Thank you very much. Never too late. It's really sweet.
We were at first really worried about on the boat with Rufus and Rupee because in the house, Rupee the rabbit used to have his own bedroom. He was so spoiled. We lived in a 3-bedroom house, and one of them was dedicated to this guy. He had an entire bedroom. And Rufus we had just a baby gate like separating him, so he couldn't like chew everything. And Rufus would always get so excited at the gate and like bark, but like in an excited way.
Like play bark.
Yeah, so that was one thing that we were actually a little bit nervous for, like having them both in the boat in a short space. But Rufus just doesn't care about him on the boat. It's weird. Like he like sniffs him and that's it.
I mean, we did do a fair bit of training where we would have him out on a lead and then slowly kind of introduce him so that he got used to the fact that Rupee isn't a toy.
Yeah. Because that was more of, it wasn't aggression. It was trying to get him used to, you can't play with Rupee the rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now, we have them out and Rupee will hop around and Rufus just kind of watches him. And that's about it.
What was the plan? What's the plan for Rebecca? Are you still working, Rebecca, whilst on the boat? We were saying floating vet practice. Don't know the legal side of it. Probably would be very difficult. But that would be so good because that was one thing that's hard with pets is finding a vet that will take you without having an appointment and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah. One says, Amy, we need to have a pet mama date. Oh, that would be
adorable.
That
would be cute, man. I would be down for that.
Yes.
Out of interest, what is your Wi-Fi internet setup? I tend to stream mostly. Oh, okay. Yeah. Do you want to say?
Yeah. So we've got we have a 4G router with an EE SIM, and that's kind of got unlimited data on it. And we checked, and EE don't sort of like throttle your bandwidth or anything. There doesn't seem to be any caps, and we use quite a lot of sort of download and upload. So as far as we've found, it's really good. The coverage is really good as well. The only thing that you really need is an external aerial, but there's a really good one that we can probably do like a little video on at some point.
Yeah, one of the things when because Wes does the editing. Full credit to Wes for the editing, by the way. He's amazing at it.
Yes.
Wes does all the editing, but he also works full time, so we're limited to what videos we can get out. But we do really want to do like a series of short videos, like all about our internet, all about our solar panels, all about our batteries, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the internet is good enough.
Yeah. Generally speaking, it's 4G router and a SIM, an external aerial, and that gives us basically everything that we need.
Yeah.
It does very much range on where you are. If you're kind of in the middle of nowhere, then sometimes the internet spots can be a little bit few and far between, but if you're in a more built-up area like we are now, you can get, I think we're sitting on around 110 down and about 30 up, which is more than we need. So yeah, it's pretty good. Fleur said, is there anything you miss about the time before you got the boat after all that time living there? Ooh, that's a tricky one.
Anything you miss about the time before you got the boat? I think spending time with friends and family.
Yeah. To be fair, I think it was one of the last weeks that we were in the house, and it was just as kind of lockdown. It'd been stopped for quite some time, but it was when people felt a little bit more comfortable going out in public and meeting people again. And we went and met up with a bunch of our friends, and it was just so nice, wasn't it? We basically just went and got food and hung out for ages and just caught up and chatted. And I think having that and then moving onto the boat and knowing we wouldn't be able to have that again, that was a little bit tricky.
Well, it's just depending on where we are near friends. A lot of our friends are all situated in Sheffield, which we are heading towards Sheffield to see them. But obviously, when we were in the middle of Wales, it was a 3-hour drive for the friends to see us. So yeah, I think that's the main thing.
Question from the newbie boaters: how big is too big for a TV in the living room? That's a good question. So
our TV is so small.
Our TV is tiny now. We went from having a 65-inch curved TV, which was my pride and joy.
What are you doing?
And now we're on one that's about this big. It's probably about maybe 23 inches, which felt tiny at first, but because you're in such a small space and because you're sitting and the TV is like
literally this far away from you,
you adapt really quickly. So I would say probably no bigger than about 40 would feel really big in a boat.
But it depends on the power as well.
Yeah.
Whether you got enough power to run it.
Yeah, I'd say power probably is more important than the space.
Because you can't run your engine if you're in a marina. This won't matter, but you can't run your engine past 8 o'clock, which means you can't generate any new power past 8 p.m. at night until 8 a.m. in the morning. So if you're running your TV in the evening, most people do. Then it might run out all of your power. But if you're in a marina, then go as big as it can fit.
Our TV's quite small, and it has a pretty negligible impact on the boat batteries.
Yeah.
We only use it for maybe like a couple of hours a night on average, and we never really have to worry about whether we're going to run out of that.
Yeah. To be honest, Rez's pumpkin gets dramatic points. The seeds hanging down, things add to the effect once the light's inside. That is true, fantastic. If it doesn't burn, if it doesn't set on fire.
It's all part of the design.
Yeah. Not sure. Hopefully they won't take too long. You've been doing great on the vids. Thank you so much, Beck and Nick. That's so sweet.
It means a lot.
We appreciate it. But yeah, hopefully it doesn't take too long for you. Rebecca will do 2 days per week as a locum, and you've got a vet here. Thought it will take us ages to get there. We have a car, okay, and we'll be at Peak Forest, so any emergencies just call. That's so sweet. Thank you so much.
We'll definitely keep that in mind. But
yeah, that's good that you can still do 2 days per week and working and stuff like that. That's so exciting.
Rebecca's sort of floating vet boat, but it turned out to be a veteran boat. That's so misleading.
Very different things.
Whole advertising.
With the SIM card in the router, is it just normal data?
So you can get like specific 4G SIMs. The contract that we are on, it's actually listed as £150 up front, but you get the router with that, and then it's £50 a month for 3 years. But we already bought the router separately for cheaper, and then Amy, who is very good on the phones, managed to get the 150 up front completely written off, and managed to get it down to £28 a month for 2 years, which is quite an impressive discount. So
what can I say?
Yeah, that's basically what we're paying for ours, and it is just a 4G. I think it's a 4G only SIM.
Yeah. Well, the way that I see it, I don't really know anything about internet that much, just the basics. The way that I understand our internet setup is we've got a 4G SIM card, basically the same signal as you would on your phone. However, we the plug's not even on. The whole time we've thought the laptop's been on charge, but it hasn't. We're fine. But yeah, the way that I see it is the router turns the 4G into Wi-Fi, and then we just use it as Wi-Fi as normal, because you don't have to use a hotspot. It just comes up as Wi-Fi. Yeah. And then the aerial just boosts it and makes it stronger. That's how I see it.
The 4G routers are really good. I would very much recommend one. The only downside to having like a 4G router is that it runs off 240 volts, not 12 volts. Yes. So you have to have your inverter on, which can be a little bit annoying, because sometimes at night, if you want to watch, I don't know, like YouTube videos in bed and you haven't got 4G signal, then at some point you'll have to then get back up, walk over and turn the inverter off, and then go back to bed. So it's a bit of a trade-off, but in my opinion, it's definitely worth it for the speeds.
Oh, thanks, Steve. I think you mean about the pumpkins. They are both good. I hope you're good too. I've just managed to get a job working from home, so the video on all the internet stuff would be great. Need to buy a router and a 4G booster ASAP if you recommend any. I do actually, if anyone's on TikTok, we do actually have a TikTok all about it.
Mm-hmm. We can still planning to do like a little short about the internet on our YouTube channel. But yeah, in the meantime, if you did want just like a quick insight on our TikTok, we do have one specifically about our internet setup. It is quite, because it's on TikTok, it is quite brief, but it might give you a little bit of information. And obviously feel free to message us as well if we're sort of taking too long to get the video out. Then you can always DM us on Instagram or something, and we'll try and give you some tips.
But our TikTok is Boat Time UK, and we've answered questions like how we do laundry, how we empty the bins, all about our internet setup is on there. But yeah, we will make the video soon, hopefully. But congrats on the job.
Yeah, that's really exciting.
Yeah, congrats. Is your TV 12 volt? No. So that's one thing about the boat is, I think we've said a couple of times, but the previous owners that had the boat didn't really leave the marina. I think it was mentioned that they left the marina for like 2-week holidays at a time, but that was it. So everything is pretty much set up for 12 volts. So I don't know if this is a thing on other boats. You'll have to let us know, other boaters. But like our oven is 240 volts, so we can't cook without the inverter on.
Well,
our TV is 240 volt, and the fridge was 240 volt, which is why we had to get rid of it, because it was just draining all of our power.
Yeah, I think that was quite an eye-opener, because we were told when we got the boat, I think it was just obviously just some confusion about how it was set up, but we were told that the fridge was 12 volt, and we didn't really understand the significance. So as soon as we left the marina, the batteries were just dropping so quickly.
It was really stressful.
Fridges use a lot of power, more than we realized, and it was the middle of summer as well. Yeah.
Oh no. Just carry on. It's okay.
Yeah. Claire said, "Where's that's exactly me? I love our curve TV. Thanks. 40 is bigger than I thought. Power no issue, as I'm in bed at 8 p.m. Oh yeah, that works out pretty well then. I do miss having the big TV, but yeah, we've just adjusted to the smaller one, and it's been absolutely fine. One thing we did consider getting at some point was a projector, which we might do at some point, just to have a little bit more of a kind of like cinema vibe now and then. You can get some really decent portable ones as well that you can obviously charge off.
Even if we could put them on the side of the boat outside.
Yeah, that was our plan. Maybe at some point way down the line, is to maybe get a projector and project it onto the side of the boat if we've got like a light square or something.
Yeah, I think we've got rid of the troll. Apologies, everyone.
Yeah,
I think I've got rid of it. Thank you, Wes, and Amy, for advice. Really enjoying tonight. Thank you for hanging out with us, Mark. We appreciate it. If you have any more questions for anyone, let us know and ask the questions in the chat, and we'll get our best to answer them. Ash, when you get in a boat,
50-inch TV in your boat.
I think I have seen someone with a big, because the walls are quite big.
Yeah.
So I think I have seen someone have a huge, like a big TV before.
Yeah. I think the only difference is that it depends where you put it, because you've got the gunnel, which is the sticky out bit. You tend to either put it on the lower bit or the higher bit, and if your TV's really big, it probably needs to be on the higher bit, at which point you might just sort of be sat there.
Yeah, it depends how you sit. Do we have any hobbies? I think my main hobby is probably gaming. And we play a lot of games. I play a lot of games all the time, and I'm on Twitch all the time, talking to live streaming. I think is one of my hobbies. What about you? I like plants as well. House plants. Let me show you. See if I can see without it going everywhere. Oh no.
Oh, that's.
Here's the boat. There's our curtains. I got
the scarf.
Plant there, a plant there, some plants there. There's Rufus.
Dog.
Oh no.
You used to have a lot more, didn't you? You had about, I think, 200 in the.
Yeah, in the house. In the house. Sorry about that, everyone. In the house, I had about 230 houseplants total, and I had to get rid of them, or like a lot of them. That was one of the biggest things, saddest things, because I had a full-on collection of plants. So that was definitely a hobby of mine, Busy Bee. What about yours? What are your hobbies?
One of mine that I am keen to try and get back into, but have not done for so long, is playing guitar. I used to play it loads when I was quite a bit younger, and then just everything else got in the way, like work stuff, other life stuff. So I've been meaning to get back into that. I had 7 guitars, I think, in the house, and that was
a lot of guitars.
That was a very difficult thing to downsize, but I have one now. I still haven't picked it up that much, but I'll slowly get there.
Yeah. We have to meet up on our boats, of course, Claire.
Yeah.
Would love that.
That would be really cool. If we decide to visit the Peak Forest area, let us know. Yes, definitely.
We will.
Absolutely. We will. I think Cruising Alba has a project. Oh, do they? I don't think I've seen that.
No, I don't think I've seen them with one.
Yeah.
Ooh. I'll have to check it out. Never too late.
Add it to the Christmas list.
You wanted one, didn't you, for ages?
Yeah.
because we might. Well, that kind of goes on to Fat and Sassy's question. Any upcoming updates to the boat? We we need to get the boat blacked soon. Because they said we had to get it blacked within a year of getting it, and we got it in June, so we've still got a bit of time. But we do want to paint the outside, get it all repainted, and change the name.
Yeah.
That's one thing that we really want to do. Apologies to anyone that really likes the Gregory's Girl name,
because I think it is a really nice name. But the problem is that it's also the name. It's also the name of an old film that we've never seen, but it sounds like it's got a bit of a cult following. So people always ask us whether we named the boat after the film, and it's always just really awkward because we've never seen it. We should probably just watch it.
Or someone would like drive past or walk past and just say a quote from the film, and we're like, I don't know what it means.
Or they'll be like, "Are you Gregory then?" It's like, no.
No.
So at some point
we want to
might
change the name. Okay, Dukes. I think Dukes is getting a bit annoyed, so I'm gonna go pop him back. Say good night.
Yeah, it's superstition that it's bad luck to rename the boat when it's in the water. So what a lot of people do is when they take it out for blacking or something like that, then they'll do it then. But it obviously depends how much you believe in that stuff. And yeah, it would be really nice if we did change the name to get it repainted and have our sort of new name painted on the side.
Yeah.
But that's sort of quite long-term plans.
You're stealing my seat.
I'm getting my boat from the Catalina wine mixer. We were quite tempted at one point to call it Prestige Worldwide after the movie
we weren't.
Step Brothers. I was.
You wanted to, I didn't. But yeah, I think that's one of the big main updates that we need to do to the boat. There are little things that we want to do. We want to paint the bedroom, do some painting in the bedroom, but for now it's still all wood.
Yeah. Busy Bee said, "I'm so impressed as I can't keep my plants alive. I am rubbish with plants. I can't keep them alive, but Amy is really good with houseplants."
Bye, Claire and Rebecca.
Claire.
Thank you so much for hanging out. It was lovely to chat to you. Thank you for chatting. Lights out at 8 p.m. Good night. Have a good sleep. And thank you so much for coming.
You may think 7 is a lot of guitars. You should see my friend down the street. He probably got 7 in his living room.
Oh, wow.
Not in a position to criticize. Oh, wow.
That's a lot of guitars.
Yeah. I just don't even know where I'd fit more, though. Like, the one that I have got is just kind of moved about depending on what we need to access in the boat. It's really in the way.
Hi, Cruising Kazzy. Welcome in. No, don't rename me. The Gregory's Girl was a great film. We do definitely want to watch it.
Yeah.
We think we're going to watch it. I feel like we have to. But because the name that we kind of chose means it's one of our favorite songs. It's really cheesy, but it was like important to us at the start of our relationship. So we think we're going to rename.
Yeah.
But Gregory's Girl will always have a special place in our heart for sure. Rufus sitting by his dad. Wes is a proud dad.
Rufus is a good boy.
There's something a bit Dorothy about you tonight in that dress. Thanks, I'll take it. The sleeves keep rolling up. But thank you. I put it on especially for the stream. What a treat. But it's 7:30, everyone. So
wow,
I think that went so fast.
That's
I think
flown by.
We are going to head off. If anyone has any quick questions before we head off. But here are our pumpkins. Oh, here are our pumpkins. You'll have to let us know if you're watching this back in the comments which one you prefer. Amy's or Wes's. Here they are. Hi, Sonic.
Hi, Sonic.
We're just heading off, Sonic. Lovely to see you. How are the plants doing on the roof of the boat? I bought them all inside now. So I've got a little vegetable patch with tomatoes, green beans, peppers growing. I bought them inside now, Sonic. So they're doing good. But yeah, we're going to head off now, everyone.
Thank you so much
Thank you for
hanging
coming
out
to
with
our
us.
very first live stream and hanging out.
It's been really nice to see everyone there and to answer all your questions. And we'll definitely have to consider doing another one.
Yeah.
It's been lovely.
I hope you've all enjoyed and we've helped with the questions. Please do another live like once a month or something. We can definitely, we can look into that for sure. Maybe we could do like topics and stuff for the live.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But thank you all so much for hanging out. It was lovely to chat to you all. I don't know how YouTube Live works, so give us a like if you can, I think.
Like, subscribe.
Like and subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you for hanging out. Rufus says good night, don't you? We're going to take him out on a walk.
Oh, you've set him off.
We're going to go on a walk. Yeah, we better go. Good night, everyone.
Have a lovely weekend.
Bye. Oh, also, if you haven't already, watch our video. It also went live tonight at 5:30. Bye-bye.